Well, what if I told you that there was technology available that can help you recover faster, avoid surgery, and even stop or reverse the progression of an ailment? Well, according to our next guest, stem cell therapy can do just that. Dr. Louis Obi is the medical director of Pangenics Regenerative Center, and Dr. David Heekin is an orthopedic surgeon. Thanks for joining us today on First Coast Living.
Thanks for having us.
Nice to have you both.
Thank you.
Dr. Obi, you and I go way, way back, but this is a new regenerative process. So tell us what Pangenics really is and Pangenic Regenerative Center.
We came up with the name Pangenics. Peter Pan never gets old. Like no one would know that you're 82.
That's true, exactly.
And Pangenics Regenerative. And we're a member of Cell Surgical Network, which is a national and international stem cell company we belong to.
So tell us though, because when people think of stem cells, why is this stem cell procedure different than most others out there?
That's a good question, Angelina. We use adipose-derived adult stem cells, autologous, meaning from the same patient. Most of the other providers have an issue with using fat-derived stem cells because of the implications with the FDA and the regulatory agencies. However, what they use is mainly bone marrow and also cord cells, and that those are problematic sources. In our situation, we use freshly prepared stem cells from fat. We know we have live stem cells in large numbers. Fat contains 3,000 times more than bone marrow, and they're more viable.
So that's really interesting because it actually, and it's probably safer too, that it comes from your own fat cells versus bone marrow that you were saying. Is it safety much better?
Safety issue is about the same. However, it's less invasive. Taking 2 ounces of fat is a lot less invasive than taking 2 ounces of bone marrow.
Okay. All right. And Dr. Heekin, let's bring you in on the conversation. Why did you have this interest in stem cell science?
You know, I'm an orthopedic surgeon by trade, and,
right.
and that's I do a lot of joint replacements. Well, it just seemed intuitively wrong to me to be solving a biologic problem with mechanical means, metal and plastic. And so stem cells, sure, and stem cells, we've known about it for a long time. We just didn't know what they would be able to do and the full potential of stem cells. But they seem like, at first glance, it seems like they are really able to solve the problem.
And so how'd the two of you end up together? I think there was maybe a shoulder issue, right?
Well, Dr. Obi, this is a long story, but to shorten it a bit, Dr. Obi asked me if I would inject, I guess, privacy aside, inject his shoulder. He had a rotator cuff there. I said, listen, that's not going to work, but I'll do it. I'll do anything you want me to do. And I injected his shoulder with stem cells, and the next day he did a 14-hour case. Oh my God. And he said, I'll see you later. And the hand of the shoulder that we injected, he waved goodbye to me. I said, God, that's incredible.
So how quickly was the recovery then? So somebody that's maybe thinking about using stem cell for a knee, an achy shoulder, I mean, you use it for so many reasons. Yeah. What's the recovery?
Generally not much recovery. I went back to work the next day and could use my shoulder, and 2 years ago. It's minimally invasive, taking 2 ounces of fat. Patients go back to work the next day. It takes us 3 hours to reduce the cells, and Dr. Heekin will inject the joints afterwards, but it's very little pain, very little recovery.
And what's the most unique procedure either of you have performed?
Well, in plastic surgery, it's kind of unique. You can do a facelift with stem cells. You can
do a facelift with stem cells?
At our last symposium, we bioprinted a nose from stem cells, from fat. We couldn't use the nose, but I mean, it's incredible. The future of medicine is really in regenerative medicine.
And you've been doing this for a number of years too. So
over 30 years.
Over 30 years. So this is something that you're very comfortable with. And Dr. Heekin, what about yourself? What's the most unique case that you've actually performed?
It's along those lines, and along the lines of a meniscus, which is a piece of fibrocartilage, a flavor of cartilage that's in the knee that absorbs the energy when the heel hits the ground. And so we're able to bioprint menisci, and it's out of a person's own tissue, so there is no reaction, no immune reaction to that. We don't have to worry about that. It's integrated completely.
And you have a symposium that's coming up. So if anybody wants to find out more about this, which I'm sure a lot of people do at home, what's the symposium? When is that?
It's next Thursday at Epping Forest from 6 to 8. Dr. Heekin, Dr. Edie, all my team will be there. And this is our 4th patient symposium.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be signing up. All right. And we'd like to thank Obi Plastic Surgery Clinic for sponsoring this segment. And to learn more about Pangenics, Regenerative Center, and stem cell treatments by visiting stemcellsurgeryflorida.com. You can also just call them at 904-309-0905.